Welcome back to Terra Invicta. A little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way before we jump right in. You may notice that this game looks kind of different than it did in the last episode, and that's because I accidentally overwrote that game, and it is lost forever. I was playing a practice campaign as Resistance and accidentally overwrote that save. So I basically just replayed pretty similarly to how I did the last time. I actually did that twice because the first time I recorded the whole episode and then I figured out that the sound was terrible, so I had to redo it. So this is my third attempt, and things are, quite different than they were in the first one. There were a couple more setbacks at the beginning of the game. Canada was very quickly taken by actually the Resistance. They took these first two control points in like the third round of the game or something like that. So I had to actually purge them and then take control of the nation, but we got that out of the way. Mexico has changed hands like 3 or 4 times. I've done a revolution here. I did a coup. I think I may have purged at some point. But the servants were here, the protectorate were here, and now Humanity First seems to be trying to move in. So I may do another civil war or something. Or maybe at the end of the day, if they just keep this one control point, I'll keep them here. What are they prioritizing? Military unity. Yeah, that's fine. Cuba, I actually invaded and conquered by force. They didn't have any allies that had nukes or anything like that, so I just conquered them, and that worked out fine. And then afterwards, I increased the public opinion incrementally. But the big thing that's different as far as my gameplay, like the path of my game went, is that nobody invaded Ethiopia. Nobody really started any wars that I could join, so I didn't have an opportunity to throw away my army needlessly, which was something that I definitely did in the first campaign, and I'm going to try to replicate as best I can. So I eventually decided I would declare war on Venezuela. And that didn't really go as I expected. I had all my allies who joined in to help me fight, so, you know, we're winning. We're winning this war. That's gonna become ours pretty soon. We're probably gonna have to abandon it, so that's how that went. But we probably will end up taking control of Venezuela at some point, but, you know, this is a little early for that. So maybe if nobody else decides to purge my control points here, then we'll just hang on to it. But what I think I can do is I can set national policy and disband army. I'm pretty sure it would be my best option. So once this war is over, I'm gonna disband this army, I think, and we'll get rid of it. Anyway, as far as the other factions, Europe is very divided. We've got Humanity First in France, the Servants in Germany, Academy in Italy. It doesn't seem like that's going to unify anytime soon. The major problem I see is India, with the Servants in charge, could end up being problematic, because India has a very high population, and a lot of the end game comes down to population under control. So we're gonna have to think about that. Maybe the Humanity First will be able to end up getting control of that if we can crack down or something. I don't know. That would probably take a lot of investment on our part with like public campaigning and everything, but maybe we'll end up doing that. And yeah, we've got the Servants are in Japan as well. South Korea is under the control of the Academy. North Korea is Resistance. Africa, mostly cracked. Even Egypt is cracked. We've got Exodus maintaining defense of one of these nations down here. Botswana. In terms of research, we did managed to steer global research in some of these categories. We're trying to catch up on this one now. And I think I'm going to be able to do that. We're slowly gaining on Project Exodus here, so we'll be able to choose the next research here. And the good one about this one is this has nuclear freighters attached to it. So if we get that, we'll have basically a bonus to our research speed on that. So that'll be nice. This is all the research that we've conducted. If anyone wants to look over that, I'm sure there are some differences, and I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what they are. And another thing that was quite different is our counselors. Now, they look pretty much the same, but that's because of this nifty customize option down here. I basically had different counselors and changed them up to look like the original ones that we had. As you see, their hometowns are now mostly changed, and there will be some differences in the missions that they have and their base stats and traits. Juan is actually ethical. That could end up being an issue. I didn't actually notice that. She was one of the ones we started out with this time around. So we have committed a number of atrocities, so we might want to actually get rid of her, honestly. Although her loyalty does start out quite high. I'll have to think about that. Maybe somebody else will gain Inspire. She's getting it from this org here. I could give that to Julia, I suppose. Or maybe I'll keep a lookout for somebody else to turn into Juan. And I think I'm gonna keep her, if anything, just so this organization here with her at the top left up here stays the same. And we'll just have to figure out a way to inspire her. Or maybe even watch our atrocities. Like, maybe we want to avoid those, actually. Stefano de Stefano is actually the OG. He is the Stefano de Stefano from Naples, Italy. I'm assuming all these traits are the same. He is a quick learner. That's the important one. We swapped out Zaw for Levi here. The main difference is Levi being 27. He started at 25, whereas Zaw started at 51, I believe. So what I'm going with here is Zaw had a terrible alien fauna accident and was killed on a mission, but his son Levi has taken over the role as our command person. We do nepotism at the initiative, proudly doing nepotism over here. So that's a thing. Maybe we'll keep that going. If one of our other counselors dies, we'll find an offspring of theirs. Who knows? So yeah, here they are. Julia's pretty good. Julia's actually, I think, stronger than she was before, if anything. And yep, Grant's looking pretty similar as he was the last time around. Oh, he can actually level up here. There we are. I leveled up his administration so that I could put on this La Cosa Nostra. Oh fuck. That was terrible. La Cosa Nostra is my best attempt at that. We had that lying around, and we had this chameleon investments thing. So we just put that on him, so he's a little bit stronger now. There we are. I would say these counselors may be on par, or maybe even a little bit stronger than the ones we had in the first time around. The second time around, it was interesting. My counselors were probably weaker, but things just kept going in my favor, so I felt like I was even in a better position than I was on the first playthrough. This time around, we've had more obstacles, but are maybe a little bit better at overcoming those obstacles. Quick look at the Intel faction here. We have non-aggression pacts with the Resistance, the Academy, and Project Exodus. we have clashed with the Servants and Protectorate many times. I've been doing a lot more assassinations. I've probably assassinated like 4 counselors thus far. But yeah, so with that being said, let's jump right in. The first thing I want to do is see about maybe
reporting in,
setting national policy and disbanding. Well, do we want to keep it around just so that we actually gain control of this? Actually, this will be a good experiment. I wonder if my army is gone, if I will gain control of this anyway, because they're all fighting for me. So let's see about that.
heading to the capital.
Acknowledged.
We do have alien activity to investigate. I think Stefano's going to keep investigating unknowns.
We'll see what they're up to.
What's the op?
And one of these guys will take care of that investigation of the aliens. I think that's going to be Levi.
We'll see what we can find.
Reporting in.
You can advise. Julia is a good advisor. 22 total stats that contribute to that.
Offering support.
Ready for my mission.
I don't think we want a hostile takeover the resistance at this time. I suppose I could contact the resistance, but honestly I don't have much that I am interested in selling right now. I've given away a lot of orgs already, and I'm kind of down to the ones that I actually want now. I've also given away a number of halves. I may want to build a new one now that I think about it. We have this one here, just a basic satellite there. Let's build another one. Oh, well, now we do. That was the resistance that I was looking at earlier, but I just built 2 of these little satellites here with the space science lab and the materials lab. Just basic little stations there that I can upgrade in the future. We're still figuring out what we want to do with Grant. I suppose we could just surveil. The thing is, I don't know whether to stabilize or increase unrest in Mexico at this time, so I'm just gonna surveil, I guess, India. I mean, I'm already in India though, so I would see some activity going on there. Let's surveil in Germany.
On Overwatch.
My only real method in figuring out where to surveil, if it doesn't tell me, is to go where the Servants and Protectorate are, so, you know, those seem to be the 2 places. Alright, let's get time moving here. Okay.
Offering counsel.
Initiating recon.
Ah, the aliens. So the aliens are still set up pretty far away. They haven't really moved into the belt yet. So yep, that's where they are. They've got bases around Saturn. They have a base around Neptune. And they have a base way out here. So that's the deal with that.
I have new information. We'll be ready for your order
found
soon.
An Exodus person.
Information is our greatest weapon, bar none. If we know enough about what we're fighting and where, we can win wars before even a single shot has been fired. Commander Fiona Ayawade, data in the shadow of war.
Augmented reality. So we're doing this for cybernetics. Because we want cybernetics.
Policy direction complete.
Disband army. I believe that is the 2nd infantry. I suppose I can't abandon it when it's in the field. I guess that makes sense. I have been working on a navy down here. I wonder if I'll lose my progress on that if I disband my unnavied army. I'm pretty sure this 3rd infantry division is the one I lost in the first time around, so we'll just get rid of that one. And I'm doing that entirely because I lost an army the first time around, and I want to make it pretty similar. That's not a good thing to do, you know, that's just what happened. Anyway, we have conquered Venezuela, which we could actually hold on to that for the time being. So I guess we will. How much does Venezuela cost? A little over 10. These points in Mexico cost 12 each. I feel like I could hold on to Mexico at this point. Priorities here. Don't want any of that stuff. Yes, so this is what I've found is a good stat spread for developing nations. You want to focus on their economy to get their per capita GDP up, and welfare to get the inequality down, and that's gonna eventually lower the strife and all that. Although this one actually has a very low resting point for strife. I guess this isn't a good example of a developing nation. Venezuela is 7 on the education level, so pretty decent.
Here's what we found.
New organizations. +2 project. So I guess that would be able to unlock my next research here. 'Cause these are our projects. That took me a long time to figure out what that little gear icon actually means, but the +1 version of this gives an extra project slot. That's how you unlock that second, research there. So I guess this would unlock the next one, which seems really good to me. So I think we're gonna pick it up and throw it on Julia there. We also have this +2 espionage organization, which Grant can't use right now, but he would be able to use in the future. Then we've got a command here, which Levi can pick up because he is... Oh, Levi's not government, but he can pick it up anyway. I guess we should give him government at some point, but he can hold on to this for now. And we'll level up his command as well. And then Polaris. Do we want to grab you? We have these things down here, which are probably less good overall. Yeah. So we're gonna transfer those 2 orgs off him and grab Polaris. I guess I should have maybe upgraded his administration and put this on him, but whatever. We have one that's basically the equivalent. 6% military. Yeah, it would have been nice. Well, actually, I'm gonna do this for the 6% military. It's just a strict upgrade, and we have a lot of money. Alright, we have a counselor in America that we probably want to investigate.
Initiating surveillance.
Where do you need me?
Yeah, someone does probably want to protect Venezuela.
Ready for orders.
Juan doesn't have it.
I'm here.
Levi doesn't have it.
Acknowledged.
I guess Julia is
Ready.
their only defend interest person, which could become dangerous if we have a turn where we need to defend multiple interests at once.
Securing our
which
interests.
is certainly possible.
At your service.
Don't really see any terraforming going on over there. We haven't really seen much. Ooh, there's... What? We don't have enough operations to investigate this alien activity. but I guess I want to surveil here.
Setting a watch.
What's the op?
Juan is our second best advisor.
Lending my expertise.
Standing by.
And Levi, I guess we'll actually have you surveil Mexico.
Surveilling target area.
Sorry, Brazil rather, and then we'll have
What's the op?
Grant advise in Canada.
Offering assistance.
Alright, that should work out.
Lending my expertise.
On Overwatch.
Protecting our interests.
There's
Offering
some
support.
terraforming alien flora.
Surveillance complete.
There we go. So now Grant can
Headed there now.
investigate.
At your service.
And Levi
Acknowledged.
can assault.
Going in hot.
Oh,
What's the op?
there's actually quite a bit going on down here. We can have
Where do you need me?
Where to?
Ready for my mission.
Julia can assault alien assets. Not very successfully though. There's actually 2 alien activities going on down here. I guess we want to assault alien assets and not have a double investigation.
Ready for
there.
my mission.
At your service.
Oh, we can't anyway because we don't have operations. Oh, okay. Wonder what Humanity First is doing here. They don't seem to be doing public opinion. Seems like their efforts would be better spent in Cuba or something like that. The main reason I did public opinion here was because Humanity First had very, very high approval. Another thing I could start doing is controlling Panama, but we're kinda juggling control points as is. Oh, Stefano does have defend interest. Maybe I'll have Stefano. No, he can't defend interest there. That makes sense. So we just gotta ride this crackdown out, and if we're still in control, then I guess we'll leave Humanity First here. If not, we'll think about a revolution or coup d'etat. Stefano, you can investigate an unknown.
Tracking target.
At your service.
We'll have Julie advise.
I will help them.
I'm here.
And one... Do we want public opinion anywhere? We don't really need it. Maybe one should go to ground. Yeah, we'll have one
Going
go to
silent.
ground this turn. We did have a leak. Julia was named in a leak this time, so our information was exposed to the enemy. So that did happen.
Going off the grid.
Lending my expertise.
We will never know if Lise Meitner and Otto Hahn even dreamed that their discovery of nuclear fission would one day be used to build spaceships. Let us hope, nevertheless, that we would have made them proud. Chancellor Li Qingzhao, keynote speech at the Spaceport Summit.
Solid core fission systems. Okay. I do want orbitals. I'm wondering if it's too soon for mission to the inner planets. I really don't have a great boost income at this time. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Right. Yeah, we really need to research the mining operation thing, which we should. Outpost core. Right? Yeah. We really need to get that before we need to think about mission to the inner planets. So I think for now we're gonna get orbitals. Because orbitals is gonna allow us to start getting some better satellites up there. Hold on. The only problem with that idea is we don't really have many level 2 modules that would require an orbital core. So maybe we want to think about getting that first. Like this unlocks Skunk Works, which, speaking of Skunk Works, I forgot to put on that organization. Or did I? No, I did. Ravati Technologies. Huh. So I thought that was gonna unlock the second slot, but it did not. So I wonder what that is doing for me. Probably nothing. Anyway, maybe industrialization of space is the way. Although, that honestly doesn't really seem like something we need either. So I have discovered that pulsar drive is good, and is something that I will eventually want to use on my ships. So I'm gonna want solid core fission reactor 1. Maybe that's something we can get, but that's gonna be probably in my faction projects. Solid core. So I guess that one just hasn't popped up yet. It has a 100% of a chance of unlocking, and all of its prerequisites have been fulfilled, and I don't see it in our project, so I guess it will just come around at some point. So in that case, maybe I want arrival domestic politics. I believe that should allow me to unify Central America. I believe that is the domestic. Central American Confederation is the one I'm interested in. That requires unity movements, which requires international relations. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go for rival international relations at this time. And let's see how we're doing over here. Not so hot. Maybe something like that will work. I think even something like that, maybe. Because we're more than double the second best over here. So we'll try this. See if we can catch up and maintain our lead over here. Not sure we're going to be able to hold on to all 3 of these, but we will find out.
Person of interest surveilled.
Yep, alien base on more planets. Oh, they skipped Uranus first and went straight to Saturn, but they're out there. That wasn't solid core fission.
The LZ is secure.
Nuclear freighters. We want that.
Recon complete.
Hope this doesn't disappear. It did not. Good. France and Canada have ended their alliance. Ugh. France, what? Why? Why are you doing this? Alright, Grant.
Standing by.
Investigate that activity.
We'll see
right
what we
there.
can find.
Your orders?
Public opinion is still fine. Do we have any levels that we need? Yes. Oh, he actually has this one available to him. Out of curiosity, he already has stabilized nation.
Standing by for orders.
Ah, we are out of influence now. Okay. We could maybe start controlling Panama.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Standing by.
You can inspire Levi. 'Cause pretty sure I already inspired
I'll ensure their
Stefano a couple
loyalty.
times.
Ready
They're
for
both
my
at 10.
mission. Investigating target.
Your orders?
Levi, I think we're gonna have you surveil.
Initiating surveillance.
They're already over there, so let's surveil elsewhere. Surveil in China.
Initiating recon.
Oh, I see. Juan is just following her around. Never mind, let's surveil in India.
Setting a watch.
Management research is done. Good. Yeah, we need outpost core. We're ahead on international relations. And we are ahead over here. Maybe I'll do something like this. See if that works.
I don't think I changed their mind.
Critical
Eyes
failure.
up.
Uh-oh. I wonder if that reduces their loyalty.
We've got some intel on our target.
Academy executive. That's fine. Alrighty.
Here's what we found.
I think I'm gonna put a little bit more energy into getting my armies out in America.
Our presence is growing.
Yeah, apparently Humanity First doesn't like us much. They keep ending their alliances. They're tolerant, apparently.
I'm here. Offering assistance.
Your orders? On the way to the target site.
Standing by for orders. I'll make sure they're on our side.
Ready. Surveilling target.
At your service.
I guess you can advise Canada.
Offering counsel.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering support.
Offering counsel.
Person of interest surveilled.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it
jeez.
shine.
I skipped that one because I know you guys already went through that, so I don't think we need to hear that again. I wish I knew what that was. I guess I'll just look at it on the tech tree. Transform phages. Designer life forms. Genies. That says genies, right? Okay. Genies. Then. Rapid distillation techniques. I think that's a water thing. Oh, it's a volatiles thing. Genies. I'm very interested in genies. Methuselah seems quite good, but it only has a 40% chance of unlocking. What was the other one over here? Designer life forms. Oh, this is for climate change mitigation. Okay. And this is a global research. Right. Cybernetics is not quite done yet. Or not even very close. I do like arrival economics. Although this stuff all seems pretty nice as well. Doesn't look that good. Maybe I do want the orbital core. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for orbitals. And we are falling behind on international relations and cybernetics. So I think I'm going to prioritize these two so I can maintain control of 2 slots of global research, and we're going to give orbitals to whoever wants it.
We found something.
sermon supporting Project Exodus. I ought to have known. Yeah, did nothing. Did literally nothing. That's fine. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up the episode there. Things seem to be going pretty well for us, I think. Hopefully we'll be able to keep directing global research in the direction that we want. And yeah, we still need to figure out how we feel about humanity first. We're waiting for Mexico to become uncracked down. So we'll see if we have to do more coups and stuff there. Otherwise, we might just leave them. But with that being said, if you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.